was just saying there's an element of predisposition there and an element of choice. Okay, Jonathan Capehart continues the discussion. Also joining us, the founder and executive director of the New Democrat Network, Simon Rosenberg. I'm trying to figure out exactly, Jonathan, how that's a clarification. It's not. I don't know. It sounded pretty much the same to me.
Yeah, predisposition. I'm sorry. We've gone through this conversation many, many times. Homosexuality is not a choice. Anyone who is serious for public office knows that is the case. Mr. Buck is, just because he's a Republican doesn't mean that he's predisposed to believing that being gay is a choice. There are plenty of Republicans around the country who actually know otherwise.
Simon, tell me what you think this is about in terms of a strategy. I mean, of course, we've seen other Republicans. Let's talk about Carl Palladino, who also said being gay is a lifestyle choice, and then he called the gay pride parade disgusting. Is there enough of an upside to this for a Republican candidate to even go there?
No, I think this is what they believe. I mean, I think the Republican Party has nominated many fringe candidates on the far extreme of American politics, whether it's Christine O'Donnell or Mr. Buck in Colorado or Palladino in New York. And I think this is an actual belief system. It's not a strategy. And what we're finding out, and I think what we all know, is that the fact that they elected so many extreme candidates is really going to diminish the ability of the Republicans to take advantage of the Democratic weaknesses right now. This is a party that's ideologically divided and has put forward a lot of strange candidates, no doubt.
It's not so ideologically divided, though, that the money isn't pouring in. And I keep saying this, but I find the numbers to be astonishing. Is it the base that's fueling that because of these kinds of statements that you say, I think rightly so, that this is not so much about strategy as it is about a very specific ideology?
Yeah, I mean, it's Engel in Nevada raised $14 million, an extraordinary number in the third quarter. There is incredible passion and intensity in the far right of the Republican Party right now, and they are raising a lot of money. They're going to turn out in very large numbers. They are very angry about the direction Barack Obama is trying to take the country. The problem is, I think this politics is out of touch with the mainstream America and the majority of the country, and I think it's why the Republicans will not do as well on Election Day as they could have if they had put forward more moderate and reasonable candidates.
And I got to wrap this up, Jonathan, but I was talking to one gay civil rights leader last week who said, the real problem for us is that Republicans will vote on this issue, our side won't. Do you agree with that?
Vote on the gay issue, if you will.
The question was, does it drive people to the polls?
Well, sure. There's nothing that energizes the conservative base like God, guns, and gays. And you do that, and you pull people out. And I think in this election, however, those folks who voted for President Obama and Democrats in 2008, they're just going to have to come out and do it again in 2010.
Jonathan Capehart, Simon Rosenberg, gentlemen, thanks. And we'll be talking to both of you later in this hour.